Did I set this for 6:30 or 6:15? I am so sorry, y'all. Wow. I could have swore I set this for 6:30. I'm sorry, y'all. But hey, everybody. Welcome to the channel. If those of y'all hung around, I'm typically not late. I apologize. I apologize. My bad, y'all. I was eating my Chick-fil-A. I could have swore I said this for 6:30. My bad, y'all. But what's good, everybody? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys haven't already, thumbs up the video if you enjoy it. Let me know how my sound is. Can you see me clearly? I'm over here on the iPad, just so you guys know I'm not looking over in the space. Whew. I'm actually not. I'm Central Standard Time, y'all. I'm Central Time. I am Central Time. But what's good, everybody? I was gonna say let me give it a couple more minutes, but I'm already late. So excuse me. I had the time wrong. I promise y'all, I was like sitting in my kitchen, like eating my Chick-fil-A, just not a care in the world. My bad, y'all. All right, let me say some hellos. Hey, Janelle. Hey, Jason. Big Goofy. Oh, yeah, we're going to get into Big Goofy because... just a side note, too. I am not calling her Big Goofy because I think she's a bigger woman. I'm calling her Big Goofy because she do big goofy stuff. I want to clear that up. Somebody said I was body shaming her, and I'm not. I'm not. Hey, Aisha. Welcome. Get that EpiPen going. Hey, Aaron. I feel like this show has aged Jimmy, Dylan. It probably has. They got Jimmy stressed. Big stressed. I wonder if Kenneth gonna be on here watching this live like this. That's what Kenneth gonna be on. That's what Kenneth is on. Hey, Pink and Cream. Hey, Lexi. It's happening. I got the time wrong, y'all. That's my bad. Big Goofy is doing her. Why she run like that? Why she run like that? And I don't wanna, but like, she be so geeked. I think she just be like super, super geeked. Hey, Monique. Monique is like the one moderator I have. So I don't do moderators in my chat because we are all adults and we should all behave as adults, all right? So my only rule in the chat when we're live, obviously no spoilers if you know like what has happened on the show, or since like the ending, no spoilers, respect the other people in the chat. Don't be calling nobody out their name. Don't be calling me out my name, okay? Like, otherwise, the chat is subscriber mode only, so you do have to be a subscriber on the channel to comment in the chat, all right? That's always been my rule. What you grilling? You doing some ribs? Hey, Cassandra. Hey, Kay Calloway. I don't know, Mario. They got y'all looking away. They got y'all looking away for sure. They got y'all looking away for sure. Big Goofy is classic for her. It is. It is. Okay. Hey, hey. Thank you. My ear is like almost fully popped. So I'm like 80% there with my voice. I'm gonna see how long my voice lasts though. So my voice will like start to decline after so much talking. But hey Jay, hey Terry, hey Junie. Thank you, Kathy. I am. It's crazy because I like never really felt sick. I was congested. Like that one video, I probably shouldn't have even done these videos to be real. But that one video, I was like sick. But that was like maybe the only day that I like actually felt sick. All the other days, I was like just super congested, which never feels good. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Thank you, Danielle. Sounding crisp. I don't think my voice ever sounds crisp. I have like a natural rasp, a natural mumble. But thank you. Uh, First live. Okay. I hope I live up to all that you imagined it to be. I wonder if people think Barbara was trying to mark her territory when they milk chills. Who's Barbara? Who's Barbara, y'all? What is my Chick-fil-A order? I just get like the regular chicken sandwich. I get a Chick-fil-A sauce so I can pour that on the sandwich. And then I just get fries and a frosted lemonade. Typically a frosted lemonade. Let's talk about some home wreckers. I was told that she wasn't a home wrecker because they didn't have a happy home. So that's what I was told. That's what I was told. Hey Solace, I hope I'm saying that right. My mom and I are watching you together. We love you. Oh, thank you. Hey Mama Solace. Does anybody think Jimmy looks like Devon Sawa? I don't know who that is. So that's on y'all to decide. Okay. Hey Newton. Did I hear that Kenneth and Britt's breakup scene was remade? I haven't, but I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of scenes have to be redone. So I wouldn't be surprised. They probably broke up off camera or the camera crew wasn't there. So a lot of this stuff does have to be refilmed. So I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised about that. Dang, not like Jeremy coming home. I wasn't that late, was I? I wasn't that late. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Emily, for the super chat. I appreciate it. I am feeling better. Thank you. Hey, Erica. Was Jeremy in the military? Because why is his hair like that and he's 27? Maybe that's just how the Charlotte people wear their hair. Okay, so hey, CT. Hey, Sean. Okay, who do y'all want to start with? So, the way that I want to do this is I'm not going to remember what happened episode by episode. I do have all my notes, but I don't want to pull them up. So, let's just talk kind of person by person, and then we'll do like couple by couple, if that works for y'all. Okay? Person by person, and then couple by couple. Netflix needs to drop all these episodes at once. See, I absolutely hated the fact that they put 6 episodes out. I understand, like, for people that binge, for y'all, that was great. But for content creators, that was hell. That was hell. Um, Me having to travel that week for work. So I was in Texas for work. And then when I got back, I was like sick. Like, I'm not even in the Love is Blind algorithm. I'm shocked I'm getting like the views that I'm getting. So I honestly would prefer if they put out an episode once a week. But that's just me. I'm not a binge type of person anyways. Chelsea scares you. She leans into emotional manipulation and lying, ask quick, and that behavior can escalate into physical hits. How can she never take responsibility for her actions? Yeah. There is something going around. I know a lot of people that got sick. I know a lot of my team, we got sick because we were together, we were traveling. But it was weird. Like I never had a fever. My blood pressure was fine. My heart rate was fine. Tested negative for COVID, for the flu, part A and B, and I tested negative for RSV. It was just like a horrific sinus infection that happened. I think it escalated because I was on 6 different planes in 2 weeks. So I'm a person, my ears pop when I fly without fail, anyways. Like, I have to literally chew gum the entire time I'm in the air, or my ears will clog. And I think it was a matter of like getting sick and then constantly going up and down every couple of days to fly. It was a mess. But still can't hear out of this ear, so that's a little concerning, but we are getting there. We getting there though, y'all. Jimmy's friend is Barbara. That's such a grown name. Aren't they like 25? Okay. All right. I mean, you can't be 25 and your name Barbara. That's so mature. That is such it's such a mature name. But okay. Love is Blind All Stars would be nice if they had the right people. Who would y'all want though? Because honestly, I don't remember. Honestly and truly, I don't remember these people after their seasons if they're not coupled up. So I don't know who would y'all even want on the All Stars. Y'all want to see these people again? I mean, if y'all do, more power to y'all. But sheesh. Thank you, Antonio. Who you think is on the show for the right reasons? To me, the only likable person is Amy. I think Amy and Johnny are definitely there for the right reasons. That's about it. I feel like that's it. I feel like that's it. So let me give my current impressions of these people. I don't remember my first impressions. But Amy, to me, is the most tolerable person on the show, right? She's not annoying. She's not messy. We're not seeing at least any red flags with Amy. I think she's cool. Next up is Johnny. His aversion to condoms is concerning to me, that he is like so dead set that she has to do birth control, has to get on birth control, have to get on birth control, have to get on birth control. That's weird to me because, like, why can't y'all, like, is he allergic to latex? Like, why can't they just wear condoms? And I get it's not foolproof, but if you are that dead set the way that he is against having a baby, then y'all need to be practicing abstinence. AD is a bird. Clay, the fact that he kept saying his dad is suave, that told me everything about his ignorance that I needed to know. So he can go to Jimmy. I just think is immature. I think Jimmy's extremely immature, and I don't think Jimmy came into this really ready to be married. Y'all know how I feel about Big Goofy. Who else? Who else is on here? Laura, don't like her. Don't like her. I don't think she deserved what happened to her just because I don't think she's the greatest person. Jeremy is a clown. Jeremy is horrific. I want Trevor to go and get his eczema under control because his face looks like it hurts. And it's no shade to anybody that does have eczema, but his face looks like it hurts. Like, I really want him to go get a cream or something going on in there, but that man has been inflamed the entire time. Who else? Sarah. We should have knew what time it was when she said that she was a patriot. Okay? And I hate that patriot is such a terrible word now, but in 2024, calling yourself a proud patriot sends a message. It sends a message. Who else? Is that everybody? I think that's everybody that's on the cast. Oh, hey, shout out to Roxy Says. Roxy is like 22,000 subscribers now, right? So, congratulations to Roxy. Like, she is killing it with the Love is Blind videos. So, y'all make sure y'all go watch each and every one of her recaps. They're all amazing. So, shout out to her. But yes, Britney. Britney did seem like the most genuine. I felt so bad. Let's start there. Britney and Kenneth. I felt so bad for her, right? I know there are some people that were saying that she fetishizes black men. I didn't get that at all from her. I know a lot of people felt a way that she kept saying Kenneth identifies as a black man. That just didn't bother me. I don't know why it didn't. I identify as a black woman. I mean, I am a black woman, but like that's what I identify as too. In a world where we had Rachel Dolezal, y'all remember her? The white lady that identified as a black woman. Okay. So the Kenneth and Britney situation, I did not have an issue. I did not have a problem with Kenneth having the conversation with AD. I didn't think it was rude. I didn't think it was out of bounds. I didn't think anything was wrong with AD asking Kenneth if he thinks that Britney would be fit, or I don't want to say qualified, but if he thinks that Britney would excel, prosper, I don't know, like a word that won't make it sound bad, at raising black kids. And the reason I say that is because we're on TikTok. We can see like the stuff that happens when you have these people adopt or have children that are not of their ethnicity 100%, right? So him asking if he thinks that she is okay or that she would do well with raising black children, just, it didn't bother me. It didn't. And I know I've been out of the comments this season because y'all didn't like when I was in the comments last season. So I've been out of the comments for the most part, but I saw a lot of people that like had an issue with that. So like what did y'all feel about that? I don't know. It didn't bother me. I know there were a lot of people that were saying that Britney saying that she was going to have kids that identify as black kids. I mean, it's real. Like me, myself, I have 4C hair. So if I did not have the black mother that I have, do I think that she would have known how to do my hair? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. And my mom is mixed, by the way. So my mom is not 100% black. My mom is mixed. So I just feel like there are a lot of different things that are like super important when you think about that. So I didn't think AD asking that was super, super bad, but I am one of the few people that I just know the importance of it. I didn't have an issue with it. People had an issue with her saying that like their children would identify as black. I have biracial friends, right? Growing up on my neighborhood, we had a friend who was black, right? Well, she was mixed, I should say. She was biracial, but if y'all see her today, she looks like a white woman through and through. She looks like a white woman. She identifies as black. She identifies as a black woman. Look at Tia and Tamara. Tia identifies as a black woman. Tamara identifies as biracial. So I didn't see an issue with it, but I do think that the conversation did light a fire under Kenneth that kind of made him take a step back. I don't think AD is the reason that Kenneth decided like not to move forward, but I think that conversation did I think it lit something under him. Hey, Queen E. Shout out to Queen E. Everybody doing big things because she reached 50,000 subscribers. And she is also killing the recaps. So y'all make sure you go subscribe to her. Watch her videos. All that good kind of stuff. Monique is actually putting Queen E and Roxy's YouTubes in the chat, so make sure you guys subscribe to them. But like, we have that. There have been so many instances where we have seen these white women get on TikTok, get on Instagram, get on Facebook, get on YouTube, and they ask for help in doing their black daughter's hair. So I don't know. I didn't see an issue with it personally. Okay, so it didn't bother y'all. Okay. I mean, there was a particular demographic that was upset by the questions, but I didn't see an issue with it. My issue came in with the way he treated her. I'm a phone person through and through, right? I love my phone. I am always on my phone. I have work stuff coming through my phone for my career, my 9 to 5. I have YouTube stuff coming to my phone. I have my friends sending me memes to my phone. I bank on my phone. I do everything on my phone because I am a millennial that lives through their phone. But if I'm having a conversation with somebody, if I'm out on a date, if I'm sitting in front of my parents to their request, I'm not sitting on my phone, staring at my phone the entire time. The fact that Kenneth could not put his phone down was alarming. I get that you're a principal. I get that you've been away from work for X amount of time. I get all that. But like, y'all were unpacking. She's asking you, do you like the left or do you want the right side? Like, these are like valid questions that I kind of feel like he could have been engaged with. On top of the fact that he became a mute. Like, why you get so geeked about the dolphins? I like dolphins too. I think they're great. But it was troubling the level of excitement that you got. Like, you didn't say a word to her. You saw some dolphins and was like, now you got me talking. Now? Like now? Now? Could y'all imagine you're out with somebody and this person, like, y'all have been talking through the wall and he was just, hell, he was Tammy Talks, okay? Kenneth knows. Kenneth Kits. Like, he was just bumping the gums. We're in person where we have nothing but opportunity, time, and space. And you don't have nothing to say? You sitting there with your watermelon, wiggling your toes? Come on. Come on. It troubled me. Completely troubled me. There were some people in the comments, and I don't want to say anybody's name, but there were some people in the comments that were saying how they felt that, but us, the melanated crew, that we had an issue with, that we were defending Britney and we didn't like make it okay for him to date within his own race. So Considering that I am the product of a mother that is mixed, nobody cares about that. The issue, the reason that everybody has been trying to the reason everybody is defending Britney is because he was rude to her. He was bogus to her. They're sitting down. We're sitting down and she's asking you, what's good? You're not affectionate. You're not talking. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. And his response was, well, when I came home at 1:30 after getting lunch and my hair braided. Let's be real, he got this much hair. Kenneth has this much hair. How long were you getting your hair braided while having lunch? It's appalling. It's like the way he treated her, I thought was crazy. I don't care what race she is. She could have been purple for all I care. The way that he treated her, the lack of care that he treated her with, the lack of respect, all while still being on his phone during the conversation was wild to me. Absolutely wild. Okay? It's something special to see. Kenneth is not that busy. Kenneth is not, I'm sorry, he's not that busy. He's just not that busy. This is the message. We have been trying. We have been trying. We have been trying. We are going to try. We're going to try a little harder. We're going to try a little harder. Yes. We're going to try a little harder. I'm gonna just blame Queen E. I'm gonna blame Queen E. I think she has the busiest schedule. Let me see if she responds. Yeah, he was a disappointment. He was the biggest disappointment because he seemed like in the pods, he seemed like he was so into her. I had high hopes. He seemed very like just great. But remember when I did my video and I did my first impressions, I told y'all he troubled me based on how that suit fit. I told y'all he troubled me based on how that suit fit, and there was just nothing more that we can say about that. So, like, let me know what you guys thought about it. Like, do you think that Britney? Do you guys think that Britney was projecting? Because Britney is the one that said that she didn't feel that spark for him anymore. She didn't crave him. She didn't burn for him. She wasn't on her Bridgerton. Or like, do you feel that it was right for them to I mean, honestly, if we're being real, it's probably my fault. Yeah. It's probably my fault. But let me look at some of y'all comments. Let me see. All the men are spineless. Not all of them. I mean, we are talking about Kenneth. I don't have pictures, y'all. I've been. So I don't have any pictures or anything. So strange that a school principal is so ignorant. Ooh, and how disrespectful he looks when his face is constantly on his phone. I'm not talking about Ken. We were talking about AD in general, or I'm just confused. We're talking about Kenneth and Britney. So in totality. So we talked about AD's conversation. So we're just talking about them in totality. He knew she was white in the pods and he said he didn't care, so the race stuff is just an excuse. I agree with that because they talked about their races in the pods. I don't know. I feel like every time he saw Clay, oh, shit, every time he saw Clayton and AD, I feel like he was the epitome of black love. Like whenever he saw them, he lit up, and it was. I'm sure he won't show up to the reunion, but I would love if Britney did. Instead of a Love Is Blind All Stars, there should be a Love Is Blind. Excuse me, Second Chances. There should be a Love Is Blind Second Chances, so people like Britney and Diamond and some of these old girl. I don't like Deep D, but Deep D. So people like them can get a second chance because the people that they matched with, were like such trash. Were such trash. There is an apparent rumor about him, but it's not verified. I think we all know what the rumor is. I will say this. I will say this. Y'all call everybody gay though, right? So in Kenneth's case, he could be, okay? I know that his cousin came out and said that he is, whatever the case. But I do think that y'all call everybody gay though. Anytime somebody is on here or married at first sight and they don't necessarily like their wife, y'all be calling them gay. Y'all don't give nobody a chance. Y'all don't give nobody a chance. I mean, it's weird because I think Clay acts more gay, feminine, whatever, than Kenneth does. I will say this. Will say this. Did y'all notice when Kenneth first got out them pods how deep his voice is, right? His voice was deep. I'm talking Barry White. He was super deep. He was Blue from the Temptations, right? That in that scene where he broke up, when he broke up with Britney, I feel like his voice was as high as mine. So, I don't know what happened, but man, he was dead wrong. He seems like a coward though, so I'm sure he's not gonna show up. Hey Phil. Both of them were not impressed with each other's looks. Love is Blind. Okay, that's the name of the show. So, looks really shouldn't matter, right? I am a looks person. I need you to be aesthetically pleasing to my eye. So, I would never be able to go on a show like this. Because if I'm not attracted to you, if I'm not attracted to you, it's just not going it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Hold on. What did you just? I am trying. I am trying to be more PC on my channel. I was told I was very brash. I was very brash this season with some of the people. I'm trying to be a little more PC. I mean, I gossip here and there, you know. I think both Kenneth and Clay swing the other direction in no shade, but live your truth. See, I mean, while I think that Clay is a little more feminine acting, I don't know if I think he's gay though. I think that Clay is, and we'll get there, but I think that Clay is an insecure boy that wants to live up to the idea that his father is this suave man. That's what I think. That's just what I think. Thank you, DGF627. Brittany's comm skills were admirable. She did better than I did because I'd have been cussed his ass out. I would have been. I'm talking, I'd have went over, grabbed that phone out of his hand and threw it. Like, you see, I know you can hear me talking to you because I hear myself. That's what I would have been on, right in his face, like, you want the left or the right? Like, tell me something. The way I'm set up, me and Brittany are two very different people because them conversations would have went a complete different way. A complete different way. I think that she deserves better than she got. Can't stand Deep Deep. Don't like nothing about that lady. Nothing about her. Not a cent. Nothing. I have nothing more to give her. And I don't like Natalie either. So I don't know how y'all get through that podcast because I could never. Deep Deep can kick rocks when it comes to me. Not a fan of her. Not a fan. Mm-mm. A lot of time worship leaders are feminine, being from the church culture myself. They can be. They can be. Oh, you said because Clay likes to gossip. You know how much that got on my nerves? Everything he says is, I mean, when we gossip, and it's like, come on, sir. Come on, sir. Y'all got to have more in common than gossiping. What are y'all gossiping about? What are you and AD gossiping about? Ugh. Jesus. Clay looks like Lil Nas in the face. Lil Nas X? What don't you like about her? Everything. I don't like nothing about her. I dislike everything about Deep D. I mean, every single thing. I can't watch that podcast. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I just, I don't know. No, 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 no. I got recaps. I think I was recapping the show this season. My hatred, I don't want to say hatred. I don't know these people. My dislike is there. My dislike is there. Hey Shayna, y'all check out Shayna's channel too. I don't know if she's doing Love Is Blind, but Shayna does like Ready to Love and Married to Medicine. Y'all keep asking me to do Married to Medicine. Shayna does it. So y'all can go to Shayna's channel and watch Married to Medicine. So y'all got me talking about Natalie and them. Okay, let's move to the next couple, Amy and Johnny. So Amy and Johnny, I feel like they're boring, right? And typically the boring couples are the ones that do make it. The boring couples are the ones that they just have nothing to give. They just have nothing to give. They just have nothing to offer. We don't see any real issues. We don't see any real issues with them. We don't like, I mean, their biggest thing is I want you to have birth control and I don't want birth control because I'm whatever about what goes into my body. I hope she is watching so she can know I don't like her. Here's the thing, y'all. A lot of these people come in our comments. A lot of these people come in our comments. The Ready to Love people stay in my comments correcting me on my opinion. If she comes into this, she, will know that I don't like her. But a lot of y'all in the comments do, so she should feel the love, okay? She should feel the love. But the thing with Amy and Johnny, both of them do seem like they are there for the right reasons, but they're also not getting a lot of screen time either. We getting too much Big Goofy and Jimmy that we're not getting a lot about them. But from what we see, I don't have a problem with them. I don't. I like Amy. My only issue with Amy is she hyped up her father like he was like part of the like Mexican cartel or something, the way that she was like talking about him, and her dad seemed like a big teddy bear. So I don't understand it, but Amy and Johnny are just, they're boring to me. I don't mind them, but like I tune out, zone out, whatever you want to call it, when when they're on screen. Y'all got anything for them? They are a healthy couple. Okay. Johnny is too agreeable. Okay, what do you think he's like super agreeable about? I don't know. He doesn't seem like, I don't know. All the birth control stuff is dragged out drama just to give them. I think it is too. Like the fact that this man, the fact that this man wants to get a vasectomy as birth control for a couple years is wildly irresponsible to me. Wildly irresponsible. Then to be like, oh, I thought they just went in there and twisted with a bow. So it's like y'all don't research things before you get it done. They going up in there with like a laser. They're going up in there with like a laser. Hold on, let me see somebody. Somebody up in here that shouldn't be. Hold on, y'all. Let me get rid of somebody real quick. Okay. Yeah, is I don't understand why, I just don't understand why that is their only conversation. That's it's very peculiar to me. Very very odd. Oh, Big Goofy is Chelsea. Big Goofy is Chelsea. She been Big Goofy, I feel like, since day one. Yeah, like Bliss's dad was a fool. Bliss's dad used to act up. But yeah, Chelsea, I mean, Amy's dad barely said anything. Her dad barely said anything. Why didn't her mom meet with her dad when they met Johnny the first time? I don't ever question why certain parents don't show up. Maybe her mom didn't want to be a part of the conversation. We know that Johnny wanted to get her dad's blessing, so maybe her parents aren't married still. I don't know. I didn't really think about it, to be honest. I didn't really think about it. On a show that is about loving someone for who they are, I want to see people who are more interesting. The people who review Love is Blind have more personality. Well, y'all do know that we are also more theatrical purposely in regards to the show. Because if I came on here and I would have the personality of Amy, y'all wouldn't want to watch. So, but I mean, some of us, some of us just got personality and some don't. I don't, I don't fault people for that. Okay. Healthy couples don't make good TV. Why do you think that? As I was watching, in my comments actually, was it my comments or was it somebody else's comments? Where somebody said that we don't want to see healthy, happy couples. Who cares about these couples finding love at the end? I do. I do. Yes, the mess is great. Big Goofy is super entertaining. Sarah the Patriot, super entertaining to watch. But at the end of the day, it's great to watch a good love story. Watching Cam and Lauren from season one fall in love and still stay in love, amazing TV. Watching Brett and Tiffany, was that last season? Season before? Fall in love and stay in love, great TV. Hell, I liked Alexa and Brendan. Great TV. like struggle is not the only way to have interesting TV. That's me at least. We get enough of the foolishness from the housewives and the basketball wives and the ultimatum. That's the ultimatum. Those are the people that you want to see fuss. But on here, we got to have at least one couple, one at the very least, that we like. Johnny seems like he's trying to be the perfect guy. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Why do I call Chelsea Big Goofy? We'll get there. Hey, AP. We'll get there. They're boring because they're here for the right reasons. I think they're boring because they're getting a boring edit. I think they are purposely getting a boring edit, right? Because we have the big drama. We have the two love triangles. We have the big drama, but I think that they could show more personality about them. Cause all I get from them is that Johnny, if a baby comes before Johnny wants a baby, it's gonna be a fight up in that house over what to do with it. That's what I get from them. But other than that, they don't have nothing going on. He does not disagree with her on anything. Yes, he does. He told her that they weren't going to have a baby within the first 5 years. He told her that he disagrees about, shopping and doing different things. He's disagreed with her. She has just kind of been like, okay, and not had any resistance to it. They're not arguing. They've had disagreements, but they're not arguing. Done with this show after the reunion this season, or like the show in general, because I believe it got renewed for another season 7. I think it's been renewed. What is Johnny's occupation? I don't know what none of these people do. I don't remember what any of these people do. Not y'all. I didn't know y'all was gonna go up for Big Goofy the way that you do. Thank you, Brian. You know these people, Brian, from North Carolina? Have you seen? I'm gonna tell you this. I know somebody that lives in North Carolina that has seen these people out and about, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm a text. I'm gonna text them later and see if they got some intel. Amy's eye makeup scares me. Hey, Sean. And them crystals. Her winged eye, it be winging, don't it? I kind of feel like there's a time and a place for a winged eye. And it's not on an everyday, it's Tuesday, I'm going to just do some wing eyeliner. I don't think that that's the vibe that gets. Because, she doesn't, to me, that's edgy, right? You will almost never see me do a winged eyeliner. One, because I got glasses and you won't see it. But, two, I feel like you need to be, dressed edgy for that. And she don't be edgy enough. She don't be edgy enough. We didn't hear much about Amy's mom. Maybe they aren't together because her dad is her brother's caregiver. Oh, yeah. That's right. Maybe her mom doesn't live in North Carolina either. So, and then on top of that, her mom didn't look like she had the best English. So it could be that. It could be that too. So who am I getting rid of? Nobody. I'm not getting rid of anybody. Healthier couples don't create enough drama for ratings. It depends on the couple. We gotta have mess, absolutely, right? This season wouldn't be this season without Big Goof and Jimmy, 1,000%. This season wouldn't be this season without Sarah Ann and Jeremy and Laura, absolutely. But I think that healthy couples naturally have drama. Like, I think people naturally can have drama, right? I think I'm a boring person. My everyday life is not super like busy or whatever the case. I go to work, the days that I work in the office, the days that I work, because I'm hybrid, the days I work from home and I'm right here in this space working, like, you know what I'm saying? But because I am a human being, I'm an adult, you have just natural drama. Natural drama. Drama could be my neighbor who I can hear right now blasting their music. To me, that is natural drama. It is disruptive to me because I am live. Y'all might not be able to hear it, but I can hear it in my one good ear. So, like, natural drama happens. It's the forced drama that takes things up a notch. So, but I've noticed that Amy does not participate with the other women when they are talking because they messy. And I feel like Amy is a person stays that stays away from mess. Because yeah, whenever they are all talking, she knows it's about to be a bunch of this. And I just feel like she's the person that stays away from it. Yeah, a little mess is necessary. Now, did we need both Jeremy and Big Goof? Probably not. But it made for good TV. It made for good TV. They were fun to watch, and they had natural drama. They had natural, healthy drama. Drama doesn't have to be, I don't want to be with a person that goes out and has one drink in his home within an hour. I hate you because I don't know if you love me. So, but that's enough about them. They foul. Okay, y'all. Who are we going to talk about next? We did Kenneth. We did Amy and Johnny. 5 couples. Clay and AD. Hated it. Hate everything about it. Hate everything about their union. I told y'all what time it was with AD when I did my first impressions video, and she said that when men paint that when she sees red flags, she paints her nails to match. There's nothing cute about that, sis. She peg herself as Captain Save-A-Ho. She likes to go after the pretty boys with the drama. Like, we got to get ourselves together, sis. We got to have the self-esteem or self-esteem, like Jasmine W says, shout out to her, where you want better for yourself. Now, I get it. I'm older than AD is, so I live my life a little differently, okay? There are certain things that she is entertained by that I sure in the hell am not at 39. Thank you, Molly, for the super chat. But some of the stuff that AD does is concerning. So, one thing that I did want to point out is I think we spend so much time, because a lot of y'all spoiled it for me, and a lot of y'all said that AD and Clay are like Paige and Chris. I don't get that. And the reason I don't is because when it came to Paige and Chris, Paige was all up on him. She thought that this was like the 80s and he was a DeBarge, okay? The way that she was all up on him. She was acting like he's 90s fine, and he's not. Clay swears he's 90s fine, right? And I feel like she was treating him, or that's how AD, like, she doesn't have that same, oh my God, you're so fine, that Paige had for Chris, if that makes sense. I feel like I said it wrong, but if that makes sense. So we spend so much time thinking he's not going to like her. He's not going to like her. She's not what he wants, because when I think he wanted a lighter complected woman with soft hair that had an hourglass figure, because that's the way that he has talked, right? On the flip side, AD, who has the body that Clay wants, might not have the face that's what we were assuming. I think Clay likes her. I think wholeheartedly that he thinks she's attractive. I do not believe that AD thinks Clay is attractive. I think AD is trying to convince herself that Clay is attractive. I think she's trying to convince herself she's attracted to him because she doesn't ever tell him, oh, you're super handsome. Oh, you're so this. Oh, you so fine. We don't hear her saying that to him. She told her mom, oh, isn't he gorgeous? We don't hear her tell him that. We don't hear her tell him that. We do hear him tell her she's beautiful and gorgeous and attractive. I think that she thinks that he looks good enough that they will look good enough together. But like, if y'all go back and just rewatch their scenes, at no point does AD ever tell Clay to his face, you're handsome, you're so attractive, or anything like that. She told her mom, isn't he gorgeous? But this is also the same woman that says she will follow this man off a fucking cliff with no parachute and just die. She just want to die. Like, do you know how concerning that is? Do you know how troubling that is? I don't think there is a person on this world that I would follow off a cliff with no parachute. I don't. I'm just not going to die just for the hell of it, right? I can't think of a moment, like I can't think of a person that I would just, and I love my parents and my brother and my sister-in-law dearly, but we not going to just be following each other off a cliff, hoping for the best at the bottom. You got to be a fool to say something like that. Got to. Oh, shoot. No. I'll take no for 1,000, please. I saw something. Hold on, y'all. My mouse. Okay. AD's mom had supportive words, but the scene, I know some of y'all went up for it. The scene with her mother was so troubling to me. It was so troubling. I don't know if AD has not told her mother everything that Clay has been saying. But when her mama said, hey, Barack, hey, Michelle, I knew something. I knew something then. I knew something. AD is unable to see past her eyelash. Why is AD in every important conversation on this show? Cause I don't know. I was gonna try to make something up real quick. I don't know. Clay doesn't cease to allude to his capacity to cheat. Right, which is what I don't get. I feel like AD thinks, because she clearly has no self-esteem, I think that AD might think that Clay is the best that she can get. And because of that, she's like, oh, he looks decent enough that we'll look good together. People will be impressed if I show up with him to the function. It's odd. I feel like we're missing something with Clay and AD. You loved her mama. You hoping she says no. Okay. They are both problematic in their own ways. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't understand. I just don't understand why Why y'all? I don't know. I said maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, but like I'm saying, y'all, she said it to her mom. She's not saying it to him. There's a difference. I can tell y'all all day, I think this dude is fine. I think he's 90s fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. But if I'm sitting in front of him and I never tell him and we're engaged, there's a problem. There's a problem. Y'all see what I'm saying? I want to see how fine his daddy is that he had hoes in different area codes. If you taking infidelity trips, I want to see how you look, sir. I want to see how suave, okay? I want to see how suave you are. I also want Clay to know that the public school system failed him, that he says suave, but that's another conversation. It's a problem that AD says she didn't deserve love. Low self esteem needs to be fixed before even considering marriage. I just don't think she liked this man. I keep saying it. I just don't think she really likes him. I don't. The way that she looks at him, I feel like she almost looks at him with like disgust. Like when he stacked up the plates at the table, she looked genuinely disgusted that he stacked up the plates. Whereas to me, I thought it was normal. I don't know. I don't know. I can't see y'all. Maybe I need to go back to the eye doctor. Turn up the brightness on my screen. Okay. I don't think Clay likes AD as much as he's making it seem, but AD definitely likes him less. Yeah, he's very performative when he talks. He's very, excuse me, he's very performative, but she don't like him. She does not like this man. I guarantee y'all. Y'all do me a favor, and if you haven't, can you guys thumbs up the video if you're enjoying it. If you're not, don't. But if you guys are enjoying it, can you guys thumbs up the video for me, please? That's an assumption. I don't think it's fair to assume what Clay likes. So I shouldn't make an assumption, but you're making an assumption right in the statement. This is just my opinion. I don't think he likes her. You think he does. So you're assuming too. Okay. I just want to let you know the hypocrisy is loud, sis. Has Clay complimented her? He complimented her. He complimented her when they first came out at the reveal. But I can't remember if he's complimented her back. I think he's very performative. I don't think she likes him. I don't. I'm assuming they don't like each other. But that's just me. Clay is not ready for marriage or really any committed relationship. No, he's not. She fell in love with him when she saw his house, the house that he hid the password from when he was going to lock in, and he hid it from her, but then was like, oh, she can come on in and move in. Oh, okay. Wake up. Wake up, sis. Clay needs therapy. Yeah, he does because I feel like he's like internalizing the things, his parents' marriage, and he's internalizing the stuff that his father subjected him to. So, What do I think about 80s mom praising Clay's parents for lasting 25 years? I mean, she doesn't know the extent that we do of their relationship. So, I mean, if she doesn't know, she doesn't know. But I mean, what do we think about Clay's mother bragging about the fact and saying that she had a good run at 25 years when we know that her husband was cheating on her? So, if you know, you know. 90s fine. Y'all know what 90s fine is, right? Um, I almost said Morris Day. God help me. Um, Shamar Moore, Morris Chestnut, Don Trail is what's his last name? Y'all know, old boy, the light skinned guy. There are some 90s fine people. Tate Diggs, it was, I don't know. It depended on how his hair was looking. You know, sometimes he had too much hair, sometimes he didn't, you know. I don't think they have a genuine connection. They're way too hard to prove, but it's also not, but it's not giving. Yeah. It's, you know, I don't know. No, I'm not finna sit up and keep telling the man he beautiful when I'm not getting that affirmation from him. I mean, that's facts too. Everybody on this season wants to be a celebrity. I feel like everybody that goes on TV in general wants to be a celebrity. If you are truly trying to find love, you're not going on Love is Blind. You're not going on Love is Blind. That's just facts. You're not. You are not. Yes, I'll be sure. Blair Underwood, Tyson Beckford. What? If y'all want to say Wesley Snipes, Wesley Snipes, Genuine, Omar Epps, Mackay Pfeiffer, like, you know. Oh, how did I forget Lorenz Tate? Roxy, I'm not even going to put your comment on the screen. I'm not playing with y'all. Somebody said Billy D. Williams. Girl, that might be 70s fine. I don't know if Billy D counts as 90s. I don't know if Billy D counts as 90s fine, but y'all know Romeo from Immature or IMX, whatever you want to call it. Like, them was 90s fine. That's 90s fine. Y'all are clowning. Woo. Okay. If I was single, I consider this show because I genuinely want to connect with someone on personality. Thank God I have that already. Yeah, Wesley Snipes was a force. Okay. But hey, everything ain't for everybody. Beauty is subjective. Okay. um. Okay. Everybody in 112, especially Q. Alan Payne. Yes. Okay. I mean, you know. Elder Barge is still cute. Elle is aging. Everybody in New Edition. Now, we can't say everybody in New Edition now. We can't say everybody. Uh, New Edition, though, were they 80s? I'll give them 90s. I'll give them 90s. Lorenz is now fine. Okay, we being real. I met Lorenz Tate a couple years ago. He's so small. But I'm also tall, but he's a very small man. But he is so beautiful and gorgeous in person. Like, I just want to hug him tight. Oh, Romeo. Oh, that just pisses me off when I think about how that heifer took him out. Lord. Oh, he was always first. Always and will forever be first. Okay. All right, y'all. We got to get back to the show. Bill Cosby. Larry. So, okay, y'all. Okay. I give them both because they were a little older and seasoned in the 90s. Yeah, we can't say everybody. I ain't gonna call nobody out, but we can't say everybody from. Oh my god. Okay, let me keep going so my throat my voice continues to hold out. Uh oh, Larry, especially back when he was on Boys in the Hood. That was a look. Method Man now, Method Man then, Method Man forever. Method Man forever. I used to love Nelly. I've always thought Nelly was cute. I used to have, because y'all know I'm a 90s kid. So I used to have Next posters all over my wall. I've always loved Nelly. I have always loved Method Man. Who else did I used to have on my wall? Genuine's hair concerned me. So he was kind of but Lil Zane. Hey, is that Am? Yes. Thank you, Am, for the super chat. I watched a clip of the Wretched episode today because of you, and it was the big fun. I didn't know I mean, that is hands down the best. Hands down the best Cosby Show episode. That is top tier entertainment. Top tier entertainment. Top tier entertainment. Let me see. Not look how y'all clowning. Denzel, Devontae with them eyes. Yes. Allen Iverson. I was never a Tupac fan, but I'll give y'all Tupac. Shout out to it. They don't make them like they used to. I promise you. They don't make them like they used to. They just don't. I feel bad for the kids of today. They don't have nobody cute to who do the kids today put on their wall? Everybody look weird. Everybody looks weird. Okay, people want to get back. Okay, we got to get back to the show. That's Alan Payne, right? Yeah. Alan Payne. Bumper Robinson. Okay, y'all. Okay, let me stop. Okay. Okay. Bumper Robinson is a vibe. So, wait, what? Oh, Lance Gross. Yes. Okay. So, next up, let's talk Big Goofy and Jimmy. Big Goofy and Jimmy. She works my nerves so bad, y'all. She works my nerves so bad. When I tell y'all Chelsea gets my blood pressure here, okay? Like, I be so irritated with her. So, y'all know I've been sick. The way that she would, like, she's part of the reason I was like struggling to get these recaps done, because she would get on my fucking nerves every single episode. Because, like, you doing too much. You doing too much for no reason. You acting silly. You being big goofy. You just infuriating behavior. Infuriating behavior. Let's keep it a buck, okay? The next episode airs on Wednesday. I'm not keeping up to find your comment. Next episode airs on Wednesday. So, first off, let's be 1,000%, y'all. Big Goofy only picked Jimmy to win over Jessica. I hands down 1,000% believe that if Chelsea did not know that Jimmy was considering Jessica, I don't think Chelsea would have ever went with him. She got the name Big Goofy because you have a man, Trevor, that is telling you that he's all in. That he's all in for you. He's ready to love you, rub you, flip you over, all this type of stuff. He is all in for you. Y'all connected over the mullet. Y'all connected over all of this, all for you to want to go with Jimmy, King of the Hill, Hank. He looked like if you take your hand, you'll wipe his face off. He is so smush faced to me, right? And he looks like you could just wipe his face off. You want him who didn't tell you he loved you, who couldn't clearly articulate how much he liked you. He couldn't put into words. He clowned you and basically dismissed you when you told him that you were married. Make it make sense. Oh my God. Somebody says she's a mouth breather. Why are y'all like this? Not a mouth breather. Oh my God, I'm trying not to cough. But like, I just, for the life of me, I don't understand why would she pick him? And the only reason she did that is because she wanted to win over Jess. You couldn't pay me to think any differently. Chelsea 1,000% just wanted to say, because Chelsea deep down, or maybe, on the surface, feels that Jessica is prettier than her. Right? She feels that Jessica's prettier than her. She's intimidated by Jessica. She's insecure around Jessica. So the fact that this girl looks like this, you know what? She's so pretty. She has friends. All these other women are friends with her. If I can get this man over her, then that's going to tell me about somebody. That's going to tell me about somebody. Sir, I don't know what you got going on, but you've been banned. We not going to just be... See, this is what I be talking about. You try to do a live and people just get inappropriate for no reason. Hold on. Roxy, let me make you a moderator real quick. Because I need you to get rid of somebody because I can't find them. I just don't understand why people just can't behave. Damn it, I can't find them. Hold on, sir. You'll be blocked in a minute. Okay. So I just don't understand, like, what would make you want to pick. I don't understand what would make you want to pick the man that is not 1,000% about you. That makes absolutely no sense. I'm sorry, but it makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. So I don't know how to make y'all mods from the chat. Oh, Monique, I didn't know you were still up in here. Hold on real quick, Roxy. Let me see if I can make you a mod from my iPad. Hold on, y'all. We got people acting inappropriate. Now, see, we was having a real good time. Hang tight. Community moderators. Okay, Roxy, you should be one. Oh, did you get him, Monique? Okay. Anywho, messed up my flow. Anywho, okay. So, okay, anywho. I mean, my lipstick be popping, but like, let's not be inappropriate. My gosh. So, yeah, I think that the only reason that she went after Jimmy is because she wanted to one up Jess. I 100% like believe that, right? Because there was nothing about Jimmy that should have even made you think that he wanted to be with you. On top of the fact, they get to the reveal. Oh, before that, Megan Fox. Now, some of y'all wanted to argue me down in the comments, and I let y'all have it because I'm staying out the comments this season. I let y'all have it, but nothing about Chelsea looks like Megan Fox. I'm sorry. Y'all imagine this is Megan Fox's. Imagine this is Megan Fox's like comfort show. Imagine this is the show that she just kicks back to watch in between like movies or whatever she got going on. Can you imagine sitting back and you got your juice and she's watching the show just chilling like, wow, okay. And then you see Big Goofy say that she look like you. Do y'all know how Megan Fox probably picked up her phone and opened up her camera so fast and was like, what? What? Like, so we all know that the only reason she said that is to once again one up Jessica. That's the only reason she said that. Because by no means should you have even said it to begin with. Y'all shouldn't be talking about looks whatsoever. Y'all should not be talking about looks whatsoever. By no means. So then he's expecting Megan Fox. I keep saying Megan Good. I'm sorry. But he's expecting Megan Fox. So he walks out and he see her running like this. Could you imagine the horror that went through his head? Could you imagine the horror that went through his body when he opens the door and he's expecting to see Megan Fox and you see somebody running towards you like this and she like, my God. Like, my God. I know he probably fainted. Imagine how pissed he was. Imagine how pissed right? I don't get it. The thing about exposing yourself to TV is that you have to have thick skin. The same way that when we sit up here and I sit up here, I have to have thick enough skin that y'all are going to say whatever in the comments and I get wild shit in my comments all the time. Some of y'all drag me for filth, right? You have to have thick skin. She chose to come onto a television show that is broadcast. I'm not doing it again. That is broadcast internationally. Like, you are going to be. I gotta stop looking at the chat. You are going to be picked apart. Like, you just are. Is it right? No. But at the end of the day, like, the behavior that she is displaying is what we're seeing on TV. People are going to comment on it. People are going to comment on it. I haven't listened to Jessie Woo this, I haven't had a chance. I haven't listened to anybody's recaps outside of Roxy and Queen E this year. I haven't had a chance to. I'll never forget the pic when he hugged her. The way he looked at the camera like he was on an episode of The Office. Like, why did she run like that though? Like, yo, why was she running like that? Like, and that's just how she run. Cause at first people was like, no, she runs cause she's self-conscious about her body. No, she run like that cause that's just how she runs. She ran like that to her friend. She be pantsing and shit. Like, I want Chelsea. And I'm sure outside of this, okay? I'm sure outside of this, Chelsea might be a phenomenal person, right? She got a whole friend group. She might be a dope individual, but this has not been her finest hour. This has not been her finest hour. And a lot of this is because she is not able to hold her liquor. Let's talk about their arguments, right? So, for one, Jimmy got in the confessional and said she lied about her looks and did. And did. She lied about her looks. And a lot of this could have been avoided had she not even said what she looked like. I think that if she would have just came out, I think that, and they didn't discuss looks, he would have taken it, he would have handled it more in stride. Would he have been overtly attracted to her? We'll never know. But I think that it would have been, I don't know. I don't know. So he clearly, because he just kept saying, look at you. Look at you. Oh my God. So you got that going for yourself. He clearly doesn't like you, okay? And Jimmy is a person that is stuck on looks. That is, I cannot for the life of me understand why she would say she looked like Megan Fox. And I know people keep saying from the eyes up, but if I have to go like this and hide myself for you to find me attractive or for you to think I look like somebody, then I don't look like them. I have been told that I look like a few celebrities. But if you have to say, you know what, Tammy, if I squint one eye and I kind of look like this and I peep out the scene and you turn to the side, you could look like Beyonce. That don't make no fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. If you got to do all of that, if we got to put our hand over her face for her to look like Megan Fox, guess who she don't look like? Guess who she don't look like? There was no reason. Then for her to sit there and have her friends lie for her. For her to have her friends lie for her. Yeah, for her to have her friends lie for her, talk about some, who do people say I look like? They was like Carrie Underwood. So then she's like, who else? Who else did we rehearse? Remember, I told you guys to say, and they were like, Megan Fox? Like, you don't look like her. And it's okay. Chelsea's not an ugly woman. That's the thing. She's not an ugly woman. But for you to say that you look like Megan Fox, you got a little too much dip on your chip. You do. You do. You brought this on yourself. And for the people, Emily, she don't. This is what I'm talking about. And I'm not like picking on you, Emily. But this is what I'm talking about. Her facial features are similar. See, I don't. If I say you look like a celebrity, by God, you look like a celebrity. By God, you look like a celebrity. But what gets me is the way that it was the way she tried to play it off. I look like, what's his name? MGK's girlfriend or wife. Now, you knew that Jimmy was going to say Megan Fox. Jimmy's head turned all the way around like he was an owl. Megan Fox? You knew. Knowing damn well you just don't look like her. But you know, I just, Mm, mm, mm. And then we get to Jimmy because I guess Jimmy said he looks like Christian McCaffrey, which was not aired. Jimmy, no, you don't. No, 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 you don't. You don't. And it's really like let's keep it a buck, y'all. Chelsea and Jimmy are on par with the looks. Y'all are really fighting for who looks more average at this point. I just, but hey, somebody says she looks like Adele. See, and Adele would have been a good choice. I think Adele is a gorgeous woman. Nobody has ever said that Adele's face card declines. You know what I mean? We just got to have a little more perspective about ourselves. We have to have more perspective about ourselves. I'm not out here saying that I look like, hell, Tika Sumter. I'm not out here saying I look like Ryan Destiny. I'm not out here saying I look like, what's her face? Kelly Rowland. These are all gorgeous women. I look nothing like these women. So why would I say that I do? Talking about other people have told me. You are other people have an ass lie and you know it. And you know it. I mean, you brought this on yourself, Chelsea. So then somebody asked who was MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. Remember he used to be a rapper and then he decided he was done with rap and now he's rock. So we get to their very first argument. Very first argument was when they began to objectify AD. Okay? So AD was treated like a piece of meat that night because we're going to get to the bean dip too. So Jimmy, who is drunk, looks at AD and said, but that woman is stacked. That woman is stacked. I said, oh, you loud and everything. That's how you knew he was drunk. He was loud. So they're looking at her instead of Chelsea being an adult and saying, you know what? Oops. Instead of her being an adult and saying, you know what? I don't think this is appropriate. Or something to the effect of, hell, at least shush her. At least shush him, I mean. She yells out, AD, you got a bookshelf. I said, girl, what? A bookshelf? And I said, maybe that's just slang that, that they use. But Jimmy goes over and him and AD, I don't care what y'all say, they were flirting. So Jimmy and AD are over there flirting. Chelsea is over to the side being uncomfy. I said uncomfortable is not even that big of a word that you have to hyphenate it or shorten it up. I have never in my life heard somebody say uncomfy. Now, we've heard comfy. Yes, we've heard comfy before. But uncomfy? I think that's when I first called her Big Goofy. I think when I heard that, I was like, what type of goofy ass word is that? So they get back to the hotel and she is just pissed, just beside herself with grief and anger because she feels that he disrespected her. Okay? Wait, what? Okay. But the way that they're in the hotel. They're going back and forth. She's saying that she's uncomfy and I didn't feel good and you liked her. And it's like, sis. Not only are you drunk right now, so you're not where you should be, but the thing is, you brought the attention to AD. Had you not said anything, you wouldn't be feeling uncomfy right now. You just wouldn't be. I don't understand what goes through Chelsea. I do. Chelsea is insecure. Chelsea needs a lot of affirmation. The average person is not going to sit and tell you 1,000 times a day that I love you. They're just not. And that person can love you down. but they are not going to constantly say it. So, and I think in this moment, Jimmy was like, oh, hell no. Not only do you not look like Megan Fox, you don't have AD's body, but you just said the word uncomfy. We see Jimmy start to check out. We start to see that vacant look in his eyes as he looks over yonder. Very spacey, because what is going on here? Like, you were just not that upset at something you caused. But do you love me? I can tell if you love me. And it's like, I can't take whiny voices. I can't. I cannot. And I am guilty of it. The more that I get like angry or hyper or whatever, my voice has a tendency to go up an octave or two. You know, your voice it sounds darker in your head. I mean, darker sounds deeper in your head than it does to other people. So I don't know how high my voice is, but my friends have told me that I go up a couple octaves as well. But like, this took me somewhere I didn't need to be. Maybe it was because my ear hurt and I couldn't deal with it, but she was stressing me out. So that was their first argument, right? Their second argument was the night that the night with her friends came over. So her friends come over after she had them lie and say that people say that she looks like Megan Fox. So her friends are over. Later that night, she's telling Jimmy, you haven't told me you love me. You haven't kissed me today. Jimmy is looking at her like, what? You haven't kissed me today, and I don't know why, and I don't know if you love me, and I can't deal with it, and I feel uncomfy, and I'm sad, and you don't love me anymore, and you love Jess, and it's like, oh my God. Oh my fucking God. So they're going back and forth, right? He tells her, I did kiss you today. I kissed you when you was doing your makeup. I kissed you before I went to got off of work. I kissed you because, I did it. So then she flips it, and it's like, well, you haven't told me you love me, and it's because you like Jess. I said, girl, what? So then Jimmy is like, you know what? You're clingy. Now, I'm not even. Yeah, why did she bring up her eyebrows? What was that about? Did I miss something? Did she go get them done? Was it a fresh thread, sis? Like, why was she so... Nah. So, he tells her she's clingy, right? She is... Now, I will admit that when he says you're clingy, I kind of paused too, like, damn. Whoa. But then, Big Goof turns it up a notch, right? So then she's like, well, I did all this shit for you, and I cooked dinner for you. We watched your show, and then we went upstairs and had sex. I said, oh, girl. He turned around and said, well, if we're being real, I can use a break from that too. I died. When I tell y'all, I died. I don't ever, and I mean ever, want a man to tell me, not only my man, but my fiance. I don't ever want my fiance to tell me that I could have used a break from the sex as well. That sent Big Goof off, okay? So she gets up, you are so disrespectful. And then she runs to the door, and she runs out the door, and then she runs out. So then Jimmy is like, shit, I'm leaving too. So Jimmy goes upstairs to pack his spend the night bag, and he leaves too. And I said, Lord have mercy. I said, Claude, have mercy. What a chaotic scene. What a chaotic scene. Why did any of this happen? From her yelling out that I had sex for you, when she said I watched your TV show, girl, girl, I watched your TV show, all for him to be like, I didn't want the sex anyways. Shit. I can't deal with it. I cannot deal. So that's argument number two, y'all. Those are two big arguments so far. Those are two big arguments, right? So now, so now we get to the third argument. And this is the one that took the cake for me. This is it. Thank you, Sim Slims. Thank you for the super chat. I can't stand the delusions in Chelsea's mind. She's clingy though. That not wanting the sex probably destroyed her. I mean, that's gonna destroy anybody. You know what I mean? But like, the thing is, Chelsea is causing these arguments. It's not like Jimmy is just like going in on her. She is actively causing arguments with this man. Why? Why do you want to argue? So then we get to the third argument with Big Goof. So now she done went and met his mom, met his dad, met his sister. They actually seem like a really, really nice family. Okay. They seemed cool and everything. So I'm like, bet. This is, what a great day, So they get home. They're sitting out. Jimmy got them toes going again. I'm so sick of seeing his feet. But Jimmy got them toes going. So they're sitting out. And it turns into, well, you were out last night. I didn't like it. After the cameras left, what did you do? He said, shoot, I got dressed and went out. Well, you didn't invite me. I asked you. I asked you to come. You was wrapped up in the covers. But I told you, you could come if you want to. She said, I didn't want to come. And I don't want to be with somebody that wants to go out. You lied. You said you didn't do stuff like that. Jimmy said, I did not lie. I told you I like going out. I like going out to a piano bar, a wine bar, just out to, grab a drink or whatever. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. She has an issue with this. So then it turns into the same interrogation that Laura gave Jeremy, where it's, well, who were you with? Where do you go when you go to work? Where do you go to work at? Who are you texting all day? Who was there last night? Who are you with? What did you drink? What did you wear? What did you park? What time did you get there? What time did you get back? I don't want to be with somebody that goes out all night. And it's like, Big Goof. Like, seriously, what are we doing? Like, come on, BG, you doing too much. You're doing too much. How you gonna ask somebody, where do you go when you go to work? You know how stupid you sound? Don't ever ask me, where do I go when I go to work? Because what do you mean? So Jimmy tells her, I went out with my friends for a drink. So then it turns into, who are you texting all day? And he was like, you know who I'm texting. Texting my friends. She feels you're not single Jimmy anymore. So I want you to act like you married Jimmy. We ain't married yet, but I want you to act like it. So now BG is on some, well, I want you to fall back from your friends. So he asked her, do you want me to fall back from my friends? Do you want me to take a step back? She was like, yeah. He said, well, I ain't gonna do it. I said, Jimmy really be going in on her. Jimmy keeps his foot right here, pressed firmly Jimmy keeps that neck pressed firmly. That foot pressed firmly on her neck, right? So Jimmy goes in the house. She follows after him. So they get upstairs and it turns into her being like, and I know you fucked her. I said, who? Who? So we come to find out that Jimmy has slept with one of his friends. This is what bothered me because, not the desk in the corner. This is what bothers me is he told you off camera for a reason. And he wanted to spare old girl from what we're getting ready to do now. Okay? So BG is like, well, I don't want you around her. And my thing is no. No, Big Goof. No. Because I am willing to bet before she sat down and met, y'all said her name was Barbara. Before she met down and met Barb, Jimmy told you Barbara is coming. I slept with her. I want you to know. I want you to know. Big Goof is talking about some, I don't want you around her. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Now, I'm with BG. When she's right, okay? A broken clock is right twice a day. I don't want my man, my fiance, my husband, kicking it with the heifer that he used to sleep with. I don't care if it was one time, two times, once, twice, thrice. I don't want you around her. But this is the situation that you are in right now. So then it turns into, well, I don't want someone that's going to glow with that. I don't want to be with somebody that. And it's like, use your words. What is going on? What is going on? What are you crying for? So now she's saying that I don't know if you even like me. Jimmy said, I'm going to tell you right now. No, before that, well, I know you were there with Jess. He was like, I was not there with Jess. Jimmy rolled his neck. He was so disgusted. I am not there with Jess. Jimmy said, I don't know who you thought. Well, Mackenzie said you were. Me and Jimmy said, who the fuck is Mackenzie? I was with him. Who is Mackenzie? Why are you saying her name like we remember her weird ass from the pods? Ain't she the one that said she peed in the pool? So he was like, I don't even know who Mackenzie is. I don't know her. So she says, well, she knows you. I said, Big Goof, what are we doing? Then lies, and it's like, Jessica, you were there with Jess. I said, now you lying. And I can tell you lying because if Jess was really there, you would have mentioned Jess first. Why are you going by way of Mackenzie? Nobody remembers her. Who? Jimmy better than me. I would have ran through Big Goof so bad. I would have ran through Chelsea's ass so bad if I was Jimmy. He was like, I was not there with Jess. Then he said, you're insecure about the whole Jess thing. What could Big Goof do but sit there like this? I don't know if you love me. I said, girl, bye. It's time to go to bed. I'd have put her ass in the bed. I'd have said, Big Goof, it's time to go night-night. You got to drink off this martini, sis. You made a fool of yourself. A plumb fool. Then it turns into, well, I don't want to be with somebody that goes out. Girl, he said he was gone for an hour and a half. Hell, we've been on here for an hour and a half. In the time that we have been on live, we've been on here an hour and 48 minutes. In the time that we have been on live, Jimmy had gotten dressed, drove to the bar, got a drink for his friend's birthday, and came home. And here you are about to fall out and just die because he left. Chelsea, ma'am, please. I hope she watches this back with all the embarrassment in the world. See yourself. There is nothing worse than being drunk. There is nothing worse than being drunk and seeing yourself the next day. It's like when you're at a concert It's like when you're at a concert and you just be singing along and then you're watching the video back and you like, ooh, I can't even post this. Remember when Snapchat was popular and we would all go back and watch our nights, watch our videos from the night before and just be embarrassed? I would get secondhand embarrassment from some of my videos and they my videos. Cause like, Tammy, why you screaming? Why you screaming like this? Why you singing like this? Like you lying for no reason. Absolutely none. There was literally 3 scenarios. It went from you didn't want her out with your friends. Now you don't want her out with Barb. I get it. Completely get it. But you lied and said that Mackenzie saw him. Then you, like the fact that you said Jess was there, girl, that's when you lost it. That's when you lost it. It's time to go to bed. So then he's like, well, she's like, well, I don't want to be with you. So he said, fine, do you not think that I love you? I don't know. So he said, well, fine, I don't want to be with you either. She had Jimmy so messed up. She had Jimmy so effed up. Jimmy was rolling his neck with the fire of an angry black woman. Like, he was so over her. We were both disgusted. And I don't like Jimmy either. But me and Jimmy were both disgusted at the Jess, right? I was low-key hoping she ran out the room, but she didn't. So then Jimmy was like, well, I'm getting ready to go. I don't need to be here. My man has 2 jobs. I was watching Everybody Hates Chris today. But so then Jimmy is like, well, I don't want to be here with you either. So Jimmy goes in there to pack his spend the night bag again. And she gonna come to the door talking about some, don't leave. I said, absolutely not, big goof. Bed. It's bedtime, sis. It's bedtime. She'd have been mad at me because I've been walking in with an aspirin and some water. You know what to do. Take it on to the bed, sis. Because you wilding for no reason. Wilding for no reason. This was absolutely asinine the way that she behaved. You did all this. You said that you told him that you don't know if you love him. You don't know if he loves you. You don't believe that he loves you. You think he was with Jess. Mackenzie said you were out. Not to mention you were embarrassed. You were embarrassed that people were saying, we see Jimmy out. Where is you? Girl, what is embarrassing? Like, what is embarrassing about that? What is embarrassing about that? Hey, Chelsea. Yeah, so I'm out at the bar. Girl, Jimmy's up in here. Where you at? You not coming out tonight? Oh, Jimmy's out with one of his friends. You ain't want to come? Okay, girl. Okay, I'll see you in the morning. You get another phone call. Hey, girl, what's up? Oh, hey, Mackenzie. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy's out. Yeah, I didn't want to make it tonight. Yeah. Wasn't feeling it. Filming was a lot. Showed my ass all day, so, I'm in the bed cooling. Jimmy's there? Like, what are you mad about? Like, seriously. Somebody please explain to me, how is it embarrassing for somebody to call you or text you and say, hey, Jimmy's at the bar. Where are you? What did Mackenzie say when she called her? Mackenzie better be at that reunion. That's who needs to come. Y'all want Matthew to come? No. I want Mackenzie to come. I want to know, what did you tell her? That's the thing. Like, what do y'all think Mackenzie did? Did Mackenzie call and be like, bitch, Jimmy down here fucking all the bitches at the bar? What did Mackenzie say that got you in such a tizzy that somebody, like, I don't understand it. I don't. Roxy said she was at home. She couldn't have got that drunk in an hour and a half, though. I mean, she says she was drinking dirty martinis, and y'all know that is straight. That is straight vodka. So, Lord. So then the next day, they make up, and I was mad. And I was mad. I promise y'all, if Nick and Vanessa, y'all got one job, and it is to make sure Mackenzie is at that reunion. Did y'all see? Are y'all on Instagram? Did y'all see Questlove in Black Thought? They reenacted the scene, and in the comments, Jess can confirm she was not there. Big Goof, I don't know what to tell you, sis. I don't. I wish that they did this like the Housewives and they asked for questions. Cause y'all would see, hey, okay, so Chelsea Tammy from Wisconsin wants to know, Big Goof, what's wrong with you? I promise y'all I was sending so many questions. There is nothing worse. There is absolutely nothing worse than a person that cannot hold their liquor. Why are y'all repeating the stuff I said? Uh, she said something. She had to have said something crazy because there was literally no reason for Chelsea to be like upset about that. I don't know. Maybe it's me. And then, Chelsea was all up in Trevor's face, but y'all, I don't know. I, I don't know. Was Mackenzie at the lake party? Was she? She got to say something. We got to get to the root of this because Mackenzie started all this. Or is she lying on Mackenzie? Was Mackenzie even really at the party? Okay, y'all. Okay, it's been almost 2 hours. Okay, finally, let's talk. I'm about to lose my voice. Okay, finally, let us talk. Look, Mackenzie gonna be like, I never talked to Chelsea. Mackenzie gonna be like, I was at home myself. I don't know what Big Goof is talking about, but I wasn't at the party either. Whoo, Lord have mercy. I am just disappointed in Chelsea. I need to go back and watch my first impressions because I want to see what I said about her. But I don't remember giving her a bad, what like this. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all, let's get to the bean dip of it all. Okay. Because this stresses me out too. I want to start this off by saying, so I went back and forth with a couple people in the comments about bean dip. About the bean dip. Did y'all bean dip into Kenneth's version of reality? Oh. Yeah, we talked Kenneth already. This is the best flavor. My camera's up here. I gotta be like influencer. Can I do it? Is it showing? I got this damn ring light so I'm not all eyes and teeth. It's Honeycrisp apple though. It's the best flavor to me, or I do like the trilogy one. The trilogy one is good too. Also, I'm gonna promote these shirts. Go to PacSun and see if your city has these shirts. So these shirts were actually made. Every NBA team has one. These shirts were made by like kids, and I think some of them had cancer. So go to PacSun and see if your favorite sports team does have these shirts because they're super cute. I do like the ginger ale one too, but that one, something about the ginger ale one, like really bothers my throat, and I wouldn't have been able to do this video. Is the lavender one good? I've never had the lavender one. I haven't tried that one yet. Okay, so bean dip is a salt. This is why, right? This is my issue with this entire scenario. The conversation itself, okay? Laura making the joke to Jeremy, no, that is not assault. It's immature, but that is not assault. Jeremy telling AD is not assault. The action is. So the fact that Laura even had the wherewithal, the gall, the temerity to even joke with Jeremy about that is problematic, right? The bean dip is going up to a woman and flicking her boob, right? Now, I had some people in my comments say, that's just what women do. No, the fuck it's not. No, it's not. And I don't even want people to start to say that that is just what women do to each other. I have never in my 39 and a half years of life ever had the inkling, the thought, the desire to go up to one of my friends and flick their boobs. Because, girl, why? Because, girl, why? Why? What am I doing that for? Laura, why did you do that to AD in the pods in the first place? AD, why did you allow her to do it to you in the pods? The shit is not okay to do. It's even more problematic that Laura would tell Jeremy to go do it. It's even more problematic for Jeremy to tell AD that Laura told me to bean dip you. Clay is like, what is a bean dip? So when they describe it, Laura is like, oh, I didn't say to go do it. It's just a joke. Girl, it's not a joke. Assault is not a joke. Putting your hands on somebody without consent is assault. Touching a woman's breast without consent is sexual assault. You cannot do that. Then the audacity for Laura to say that Clay is over it. Girl, what? Make it make sense. What do you mean? It's not okay to do. I don't care how. Y'all, Jeremy did not know what it was. Jeremy didn't know what it was. So Laura apparently told him, bean dip AD, she'll think it's funny. Jeremy didn't know what it was. So that's why he was like, hey, AD, Laura told me to bean dip you. And that's why AD was like, what, excuse me? Clay was like, what is bean dip? AD described it and was like, Laura, come on over here, sis. Laura comes over and gets upset. It was just a joke. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because let's say that he did do it to AD and she slapped the shit out of him. Then what? Then what? Let's say he does do it to AD and then Clay tackles his ass and now there's a fight. Who's going to get in trouble? Who's going to be more at fault? The black people. When Jeremy's the one that did it. There is absolutely no reason for this to have even happened. AD didn't check Laura in enough for me. You should have checked her ass when she did it to you in the pods, for one. And then when AD was talking to her over to the side, she didn't have enough, come on with it for me. Like, this is not funny. So now Jeremy's embarrassed, as he should be. And Laura's over there, I'll deal with you later. Deal with yourself later. Deal with what is making you go around touching on folks. AD was the right person for this to happen to. Could you imagine if this happened to Tiffany? Could you imagine if this happened to Lauren or Diamond? We don't get that many black women that ever actually make it out the damn pods. Hell, I think Bliss, little soft ass, would have still cussed her out. AD let all these white people talk about her body like she was a piece of meat. It was so disgusting, and the fact that you didn't check them in, it's bad enough that you've been letting your wig. So, Jeremy and Laura get into it because she feels that it was a joke between the two of them that should have never saw the light of day. The issue is Jeremy had no idea what it was. Jeremy had no idea what it was. You cannot set somebody up with a sexual innuendo joke. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. So the whole issue, I stopped myself, y'all, because we got bigger fish to fry, okay? I stopped myself because I'm really like I'm a different type of black woman. That wouldn't have happened with me. They would have had to yell cut because they'd have been like, Tammy, no, wait, no, it was a joke. They'd have had to yell cut on me because I'd have cussed out everybody that was in the vicinity. It's not okay to do. It's even more disgusting that I have seen people in comments saying that it's not a big deal. I've been in plenty people's comments and I have seen y'all, not y'all, but like I have seen people scratching and clawing in good timing trying to make this seem like it's just something that happens. This is not something that happens. Somebody said this happens in every high school. I went to a very, very mixed high school and I went to a PWI for college. I have never, but see, people know who to play with. People know who to play with. And what AD has not asserted in this group being the only black woman is don't play with me like that. Don't fuck with me like that. I'm not one of your little friends that you can play with like that. I'm the only black person on my team at work, right? I like all my team, all my coworkers. Love them all, right? But I think they know don't play with me like that. Like certain things that like, and I'm not being racist, but certain things that white people like to do, the way that sometimes white people like to play, black people don't play like that. And I think that that's what AD did not assert. AD did not assert. Aisha, what are you asking me? What are you talking about? Am I serious about what? I don't know what you're asking me. What are you saying about high school? I went to a very mixed high school, yes. Or are you talking to somebody else? It's definitely white privilege for Laura to think touching a black woman's breast is a joke. She didn't do it to Big Goof. And Big Goof probably would have liked that shit. She liked goofy ass shit like that. She didn't do it to Big Goof. She didn't do it to Amy. She wasn't doing it. I feel like Britney wouldn't have allowed her to do it to her. So we got that. And I think that is, yes, quit playing with people. Quit playing with people. It would have been a very different scene. It would have not had Big Goofy crying. It would have been a very, very, very different scene had she picked the right black person on the wrong day. Or the wrong black person on the right day. she looked up with AD. Because that wouldn't have flew with a lot of other people. Okay. So that was the beginning of the end for them. Um, the big thing with Laura and Jeremy, one, I didn't like the fact that she told her parents that they were in a love triangle. Y'all are not in a love triangle. Y'all are not in a love triangle, Laura. What really bothered me, y'all, was the fact that they had that dog. They had that dog over that charcuterie board. Because now I don't want a cracker. Now I don't want to make an adult Lunchable because y'all are passing Mr. Bigley back and forth over this food. I watched that dog go from the mama's arms to Laura's arms while Laura is actively chewing. So that means at some point you touched this charcuterie board. At some point you touched it. To then going over to... It wasn't... I can't wait to talk about this. It wasn't her defending her honor. It wasn't her fighting for their relationship. AD was calling out what was wrong. I don't think AD was like defending her honor. I personally didn't take it that way. I took it that AD is like letting Sarah know you doing some fugazi shit. I don't think that it was, I mean, I know she said she's Team Laura, but I didn't think of it as I need to go and fight for their relationship. At least I didn't. That's what I got from it. But they got this dog and they passing this dog around back and forth, back and forth. And then at some point we even see Jeremy still scooping out more, I don't know, pomade or whatever it was onto the table after he just had the dog. I don't want anything to eat. I never want to eat at your house, Laura. I hope everybody that is watching you never wants to eat at your house. So she's mad. She said that him having Hawaiian shirts and and liking motorcycles is an ick. It's a couple things about you that I can call an ick on. It's a couple. I can call an ick on a couple things about you, Laura. We could start with your face, but I'm not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Not going to do that. We see Laura talking to Jess and yeah, using the dog hair like it's parsley. Like, girl, I just didn't understand why that dog... I didn't understand why that dog was being passed back and forth. It bothered me so bad. Like, I had to watch this scene back twice because all I could focus on was this dog going back and forth. Like, why? Put that little nigga on the floor so we can eat this charcuterie board and talk in peace. It's like people be nasty. It's like people just want to be nasty on TV. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why. Nonetheless, so we during this scene we talk about the text message or the message that Sarah Ann sent to Jeremy. Inappropriate. It was inappropriate. It was inappropriate. It was inappropriate. And I said this in my recap, and there were some people that were saying that no, and this is a circumstance where it's different, and she should have a right to talk about her feelings and get her stuff out. Like, I get all that, but this comes down to human decency, and I implore everybody and anybody that thinks that it is okay for Sarah Ann to send Jeremy a message saying, hey, if it doesn't work out, pick me. If it doesn't work out, pick me, Jeremy. Oh my gosh, pick me. This is the Patriot. This is the Confederate, okay? Let's keep that in mind. Sarah is the patriot. She's the Confederate. So, if you think that it is okay for Sarah to do that, if you are in a relationship right now, think about when you first got with your partner, okay? Whether man, woman, um, or they, I think that's the political term, or a they. Think about your partner. If when you first got with your partner, how would you feel? How would you feel if somebody else that they might have been dating or somebody that they might have dated in the past wrote them and said, hey, if it doesn't work out with Tammy, call me? How would that make you feel? It's not appropriate to do. I don't care if we're in an experiment or not. That man is engaged. He didn't pick you, sis. He didn't want you. He didn't want you. So for you to send that message is tacky. It's tasteless. It says a lot about you. Aren't patriots supposed to be better people than this? Don't patriots peg themselves as good old faithful Christians that love the Lord and the land? That live and die by the flag? That do what's right? They're full of honor and valor. Isn't that what patriots peg themselves to be? So then we get Jeremy. Jeremy comes home. And Laura walks into the room. And she tells him, take them sunglasses off. We in the house. This is not a nightclub. And Laura gets right into detective mode. Where were you last night? You left here. Where did you go? Jeremy's lying ass is like, well, I left the house at 10:45, okay? I left at 10:45. We were going to go to karaoke. Halfway to karaoke, I get a call. We're going to go to Lost and Found. Cool. Now we're going to Lost and Found. Get on with the story, right? Because I don't need all these extra details. My question is, why did you bring that ass in the house at 5:30 in the morning? Because ain't nothing open at that time of night but legs. Nothing, right? So then it turns into, so where were you that you didn't get home until 5:30? Jeremy is like, well, halfway to Lost and Found, get a call. Sarah Ann is going to be there. I said, well, I'm going to turn around. I don't want to be around Sarah Ann. But then I decided, no, I'm not going to let her dictate. And it's like, why are you talking in a cadence? Why can't you talk more liquid? Why can't you talk more fluidly? That's how you know somebody is lying. That's how you know somebody is lying. So let him tell it. They were at Lost and Found. He saw Sarah. She came up to him, hugged him, and then walked away. He has an issue. He has an issue with the fact that Sarah hugged him and walked away. Why do you care? Why would that bother you? Like, I don't understand that. So he's like, yes, we sat outside and we talked. We talked about things. Yes, we did. What did y'all need to talk about? Like, seriously, what did y'all need to talk about? I don't like. So let him tell it. They sat outside in the parking lot of Lost and Found. Y'all very swiftly got in my comments, you North Carolina people, and said Lost and Found don't have a parking lot. I said, oh. Imagine my chagrin when y'all said that Lost and Found doesn't even have a parking lot. So this is what I think happened. Jeremy took his phone, left his phone in his car after sharing his location, because that is going to indicate that, hey, I am still at Lost and Found, right? But he should be called, he might be the real BG, But what Jeremy forgot is that when you have the LTE Apple Watch, which is the red dot, it is still going to pick up your location. So Jeremy went to her house and y'all bumped uglies in the still of the night. And I don't care what either one of y'all said. Right? The best part was when Laura was like, no, you weren't there. If you don't want me to know your location and you don't want me to see your location, don't share it with me. You were uptown, and that's where Sarah Ann lives. I was like, dun, dun, dun. Like, Laura really spared Jeremy, too, because I would have ran through him. But instead, she let him talk enough that he talked himself into a hole. Jeremy talks with a lot of extra details, and those extra details often lead to people lying. Ask me where I was at noon today. I can tell you, at noon, I was at Culver's. I went to Culver's to get some lunch, and then I went to my parents' house so that I could drop something off for my parents. I'm not going to say, well, at 12 o'clock, I was leaving my apartment and I went down. And when I went downstairs, I talked to a neighbor for a couple of minutes. And then after I talked to my neighbor for a couple of minutes, then no, you're not going to do all them extra details. 12 o'clock, I was sitting in the line at Culver's, waiting on my sourdough milk. Okay. After that, I went on up to my parents' house so that I could drop something off for them. So you're lying, Jeremy, unnecessarily. Anybody with a brain knows that y'all lied. Or excuse me, that y'all slept together. Anybody with a brain knows that y'all are lying. Now, the whole AD and Sarah Ann situation. Bye, Suntrail. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. Now here's the thing. Is it AD's place to run up on Sarah the way that she did? No. But in AD's defense, we didn't see the beginning of the scene. For all we know, they could have been talking about something else, right? So the two of them, they're talking. What I did like about it was okay, what I did like about it was AD to me, she wasn't rude, right? AD asked her, don't you think it's wild for you to be an off rip before AD could even get her full question out? Sarah was guilty and was like, no, I don't. Sarah says in hers, Jeremy left the door open because she knows him. She knows him more than anyone else here. And it's like, whether you felt that the door was open or not, at the end of the day, that man was engaged. And that's why I like that AD said he didn't pick you. He didn't choose you. Like I said, for me, I didn't take it as her avenging Laura's honor. I didn't think it was her fighting for Laura and Jeremy's relationship. I think it was, you moving funny, sis, and I just want to let you know. I think I've less of an issue if AD still up for herself like that as well, but she doesn't. She does not. She doesn't. But I think, for some people, it's easier for them to stand up for other people than someone else. But like I said too, my thing is, we did not see the beginning of We didn't see the beginning of the conversation. So for all we know, they were literally talking about something else. They could have been cool in the pods and they were talking about something else. Sarah was defensive. Sarah was rude. Sarah was clearly trying to lie. Is when AD was like, oh, but no, I saw the message. You see how like Sarah's face kind of dropped like, oh shit. Oh shit. So y'all didn't like AD doing it? I just didn't have an issue with it. But see, I think some of y'all are conflating two things too. Just because Laura, how do I want to say this? I think so. I know a lot of people are saying Laura got what she got because she encouraged Jess to talk to Jimmy. There's a difference. And y'all know I don't like Laura at all, so I'm not defending her. But Laura did not tell Jessica to write Jimmy. She told Jessica to talk to Jimmy. Jessica did not talk to Jimmy or interact with Jimmy until this situation at the backyard boogie. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's different. I think a lot of people are conflating the fact that they do not like Laura with the fact that AD shouldn't have said anything at all. Where's that message? Where'd it go? Because he's gonna cheat. He told her he's gonna cheat. So he's gonna cheat. I didn't have an issue with the thing. Like I said, I just didn't have an issue with AD doing it. And I think it's wholly because the way that I looked at it, it wasn't on her saying, I have to fight for their relationship. I think it was really on some woman to woman. Hey, Barbara, this is Shirley. I think it was on some like, you moving away, Sarah, and this is not the look that you want. That's what I got from it, at least. I know some people think that it was AD like getting in their business. I mean, I just didn't see it that way. But that's off. Oh, and then they don't broke up. And then he out there on the jet skis with Sarah. Then Sarah's over there. I don't want to be looked at like a floozy. Well, you are. You are a floozy. Okay? You are. You everything they saying about you. Because not only did you send that message, did you send that message, but you're now doubling down and tripling down on it. But you know, having a conversation with and letting someone know you're still hot and ready are not the same. Exactly. I like the way Jess handled the situation with Jimmy. I don't think Jess did anything wrong. So I think that Laura telling Jess to like talk to Jimmy, to me, that's different than what Sarah Ann is doing. I'm not sure why people care. I don't know. I mean, who did y'all want to do it? Amy? Amy said, I'm not doing this mess with y'all. AD gonna pick on who she think is weak. She never checked Laura who's assertive. Nothing about Sarah comes across as weak. Sarah held her on in there. Furthermore, AD hasn't been picking on anybody. Who says floozy besides 80-year-old women? I do. I love to call somebody a floozy. A floozy, heifer, wench. I love them words. Jess was polite and unbothered. Child, you so messy. Love it. Can we talk about people defending Sarah Ann, saying it's the same thing as Zach and Bliss? It's not. The side chicks are just revealing themselves. They're saying what is like Zach and Bliss? Jeremy and Sarah? I don't like Zach and Bliss at all either. I think I've made that very clear. I don't like them at all. But no, this is different. This is different. On top of that, no, this is different. Is it? This is why it's different. Bliss did not reach out to him. Bliss didn't reach out to Zach. Zach reached out to Bliss. No, it's not the same thing. Laura was doing her one-on-one crying with the y'all. The fact that she's doing her one-on-one and they are back there and they back there like popping willies. They should have had I'm having the time of my life playing. Like, that was crazy. That that was crazy. Zach and Bliss are my favorite couple. I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan of Zach and Bliss. Mm. I could have did without him. It's mainly because I don't like Bliss's voice. Bliss's voice is nails on the chalkboard to me. I can't do it. They're your favorite couple. I mean, if y'all like them, I don't like hate the people. I could have did without him. No, she didn't like him at all. Oh, she was such a nasty woman. Ooh, don't get me started on her. So different from Zach and Bliss. Zach ended the relationship with Irene. Well, she ended it with him, I think. He had no contact with Bliss until after his engagement was over. Yeah, it's very different. It's very, very different. Very different. I just got sick of him singing. I don't know whose singing was worse. Zach or Sal. Remember Sal that was with Mallory? Y'all see what happens when you get picked second? You end up like Ayana. So, okay, Sarah. Sarah Ann says she felt that Jeremy opened the door with her versus her saying in the message, is the door still open? Do you feel like Laura was encouraging Jess to talk to Jimmy? She said you should talk to him, but here's the thing. They are all going to see each other anyways because they all get invited to that party. So Laura telling Jess, to me at least, yes, you should talk to him. She never said, call him right now. She just said, yes, you should talk to him. But we didn't hear Laura say, girl, you should DM him. We didn't hear Laura say, write him on Instagram, call him, or try to meet up with him. She didn't say anything like that. And I know it's semantics, but I don't think that she encouraged him. She wasn't encouraging Jess to talk to Jimmy with the intent of getting with him. It was talking to Jimmy with the intent of just talking. That's how I took it, at least. I could be wrong. I want to say that was season 2. That was a mess of a season there. That's the season with Shake, right? Wasn't Shake on season 2? Speak more about why you don't like y'all be wanting me to be so messy. Yeah, with Deepti and Shake and Shane and that entire season. The only person on that season that I liked was Mallory. Everybody else can kick rocks. I don't like nobody else from that season but Mallory. And I feel like she got a bad shake because people just didn't like her. Because they felt like her and what's his name? What's that name? What's that name? What's his name? Jared. They felt like they were kind of disrespectful. I Shane. I was gonna say I hope Shane is doing well. Last I saw him, he looked like he was zooted on TikTok. Who has you the most fooled, SK or Kenneth? Honestly, Kenneth. SK looked like a used salesman. I don't know why SK had any of y'all food. Nothing about him gave trustworthy or like honest to me. It is definitely Kenneth. I am hurt behind Kenneth. Like, what is going on, sir? I told y'all about that suit. Clay had an ill-fitting suit on, too. Didn't like her either. She brought that on herself. By no means should she have been with Jared. She brought that on herself. Yes, Jared with the mattress on the floor. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, y'all, we've been on here for, 2.5 hours. So, any final thoughts? Make sure you all, because my voice is going to go out. My ear is almost popped, y'all. I feel like since I've been talking, it's been popping a little more. So we are almost there. I just want to be able to hear again. But if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the videos. If you guys have not, go watch my other recaps from this. Episode 12 comes out Wednesday. Y'all know I work, so it won't be up until Wednesday night for me. Thumbs up the video. Oh, you guys want to do final predictions? Who do I think is going to actually make it down the aisle? I do not think Amy is going to marry Johnny. Something is giving me they not going to make it. Do it for Tyler Perry. I don't. So Amy and Johnny, something tells me they're going to be a no. AD and Clay, unfortunately, something tells me they're going to be a yes. And then by the reunion, they will not be together. Big Goof and Jimmy, they're going to say yes. And I think that I think they're going to end up together. I feel like Big Goof and Jimmy might be together. I just think that they will. And it's going to be just a sad day. It's going to be a sad day. And I think that's all the couples, right? Because Jeremy, so Kenneth. Yeah, so I'm saying no for Amy and Johnny. And I think Clay and AD will be together. I think they're going to say yes. And then I think by the reunion, they will be separated. And I think Big Goof and Jimmy, y'all know what I really want, and I'm not going to do it again. But I want to see her run down the aisle at that wedding. I think Big Goofy is going to run down that aisle at that wedding. And wherever you are in the world, y'all are going to hear me scream. If y'all hear a faint scream at some point on Wednesday, it's because she ran down the aisle. Like, why did she run like that? But yeah, so that is it, y'all. Do you guys have any other questions for me? I'm going to end the live at 2:45. So 7 minutes. Last questions. If you guys have any questions for me about anything, make sure you guys follow Roxy Make sure you guys follow Queen E. I think Queen E is out. I think she's out of the chat. So we're still going to blame it on her for now. But we have been trying. We've been trying. We're going to try to get something together. Roxy, I'm putting it all on you. Because I work. So I'm going to use that as my excuse. I have to be in the office this week. Okay, why is the reunion only one part? Like, honestly, we could use 2 parts or 2 hours long. I mean, I would be okay with like a 2 hour long reunion. I definitely will. My recaps have been so bad because I've been sick, so I said I had to make up for it. I have not given up on that or Married at First Sight. I'm gonna do both of them tomorrow. Both of their recaps will be up tomorrow. That was my excuse. That was my excuse. Okay, it's up to Queen Ethan. How could Jess say that she cried more over Jimmy than all of her tragic past? Maybe she really connected with him. I don't know. He keeps throwing signs he ain't ready. AD is not catching them. She dodging them like the Matrix. She dodging them. No lot. They know better. The ultimatum is coming soon too, y'all. Y'all know right after, typically after Love is Blind comes the ultimatum. And then I know the circle is coming. So would I do a Traders live? I don't know. How many of y'all actually watch Traders? I don't want to do a live. And, y'all don't. Here is the thing. Y'all be wanting lives and then y'all get in the chat and y'all be scared to say anything. So if I do a Traders live, y'all gotta interact. I didn't know Traders had a reunion, so I'm excited for Trishelle infuriates me to no end. Oh my God, I cannot believe she's still there. I won't watch The Ultimatum because I truly believe that if you're in that situation, you end it before taking that mess to TV. That's valid. That's valid. You should. Traders has been like a really, 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 really good show. Traders has been lit. Oh, I definitely gave up on The Bachelor. I definitely gave up on The Bachelor. If the Golden Bachelor comes back or like the Golden Bachelorette, I'm all in for it. But the regular Bachelor, I can't do it. I always want to talk to others about it. It is so juicy, and I wanted to discuss strategies. It's on Peacock. It is on Peacock. I didn't even know if I was gonna like it, but I forgot who suggested it to me. But it actually is a really, really good show. So if y'all are looking for something to kind of binge, I think there's like 2 episodes left, and they just filmed the reunion like yesterday. So okay, y'all, 2 more minutes left. Last call for alcohol. Will BG, hold on, let me see. Will BG and at the reunion? I think so. I think they will still be together at the reunion. I do. I do not review movies. The way that I take notes, I can't do it. I don't do movies. Ashley Miller has a recap on Mea Culpa though. If you guys watch her, Ashley Miller TV, she has a recap. They need to do another queer. That is the one. The Ultimatum Queer Love was leaps and bounds better than the original one. Yes, that needs to come back. They have to get through some issues though. They didn't have enough like healthcare professionals on that show because there was abuse and all kind of other stuff going on. So they need to get that out before they bring that back. So I was going to, but y'all put the winners in the chat. So y'all spoiled who won. So it's kind of no point for me to watch it. Are those fireworks? Okay. Kiki, my first live today. I'll be back. Enjoyed you. Could you please show how? No, no, no. I'm done. Y'all gotta watch the replay. You gotta watch the replay for it. What about Black Cake? I've heard about it, but I've never watched it. Farmer wants a wife. You know what? My coworker just told me to watch that. Just told me to watch that the other day. So they have Roxy a 40 plus Married at First Sight coming. They've already cast for it, and I think they're getting ready to start filming it. I am no, it's like not 40 plus. It's like a 50 plus Married at First Sight. I am excited for that. I think that's gonna be good. I want a video on. I didn't watch that. I'm not watching 8 hours of nobody's TikTok. No, 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 no. That's not gonna happen. Uh. Those are shows that come on daily. The only show that I do that comes on daily is Love Island USA, which was a vibe, and Love Island Games. Those come on daily, and it's a lot to do videos daily, especially when like I go into the office 3 days a week, y'all. So I'm getting up at 5 so I can drive downtown to work from 7:30 to 4:30 to drive all the way back home because I live in the suburbs. It's a lot to do a video every single day on the show. So I have committed to Love Island. So I'll do Love Island, but that's it. Oh, thanks, Kay Calloway. Have a good night. Yeah, I only like the USA one. The UK one, they talk too fast. I don't know what they saying half the time. I can't do it. I'm not watching 50 parts of nothing. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna do it. Like at first when people were like, you should watch it, I was like, okay. But when I saw it was 50 parts that totals 8 hours, no. No, ma'am. Yes, it was Love Island Games was good. So I'm excited for that to come back. Queen, there you go. Queen E does those. She is going to give you those daily with edits and everything else. I I just, y'all know my editing is very, very minuscule. Y'all know my editing is very, which is why I be coughing and carrying on all through my videos. Thank you, EMG, for the super chat. Pair character stretching his arm forward, raising his thumb up. Oh, it's a little character. Why did it describe it like that on the screen? Thank you, EMJ. Okay, y'all, I'm getting ready to get off of here. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you all Wednesday if you guys come back for the finale. Peace.